start. Okay friends, so this is what we saw, all possible variations, decimal to binary or binary to decimal conversion. So now moving on further, we talk about another number system, that is octal. In octal number system, we have radix as 8. So the symbols used are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now again the basic point goes, if say suppose given a number say 65 in base 10, we want to convert to octal. So the basic approach is exactly the same. What do? We start with 65 and divide by 8. So it is 8 8s are 64, remainder is 0, divide by 8, 8 1s are 8 and 0. So now we accumulate and we get 65 in base 10 equals to 100 in base 8. So now you can actually realize the importance of writing radix outside the bracket over here. If we do not specify, because 1 is also a valid symbol, 1 and 0 are valid symbol in binary as well as octal. So if we don't write the base over here, so it will be a confusion whether it is a octal or a binary, because if we represent it in say binary form, so 65 is actually 64 plus 1, so this is actually 2 to the power 0, 1, square, cube, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so you can see this is in binary and 100 in octal. Okay, so now again this was the concept of we were going from decimal to octal. Now what if we have to come the other way around? Exactly same. Start from the LSB, so that is 100, this is 0 into 8 to the power 0 now, the base is 8 now, plus 0 into 8 to the power 1 plus 1 into 8 to the power 2. So this is, oh somewhere we have gone wrong, okay, so this is 1 actually. Now divide 65, so remainder is 1 that way. So this actually, okay, I'm sorry. So this is 64 plus 0 plus 1, that is 65. Similarly, if we have to go from the other way around, now we have seen actually both the things, decimal to octal, and this was actually from octal to decimal. Okay, now there is another very important trick actually, like for example we are given the binary number. Okay, like over here we want to talk about the concept of now binary to octal conversion. Okay, so given a binary number, now we want to go directly from here to here. Okay, so there are two methods. First method is we can go from binary to decimal in step 1, and in step 2 we can go from decimal to octal. Okay, so this is approach 1. So by this approach we are given 1 0 0 0 in binary. So converting this to first of all decimal, step number 1. This is so what do we get? And then step 2 we divide. So we get, okay, so this is approach 1, simple straightforward approach. Another shortcut method is, what do we do? In the binary number given, we start from LSB and we start accumulating 3 digits. Okay, so we are given over here 1, so we start from LSB and making groups of 3. So now you can see over here, when we reach the MSB, so 1 is there and it is just single digit, so we add zeros ahead of it. So that is the whole point. Okay, now we write down these 3 digits by their equivalent decimal system or decimal number. So what do you get over here? That will be 1, this will be 0, this will be 1. Clear? So this is same as this over here, we can see. Now question arises, like since we are representing by the decimal number, so can't the digits go beyond, like something into 8 or 9? So the point is, if we are making a group of 3 digits, say suppose, we will actually see ahead also in a due course of time, we can actually go from 0 0 0 to 0 0 1. If proceeding in this way, we actually can go to all 3 ones. That is the maximum number that you can represent with 3 digits. So ultimately idea is, this is actually equivalent to 7 in decimal. How? Say 1 1 1, so that is 1 into 2 to the power 0 plus 1 into 2 to the power 1 plus 1 into 2 to the power 2. So 2 into 2, that is 4, plus 2 plus 1 comes out to be 7. Okay, so basic point is, if you represent in 3 digits, you will never exceed 7. This is what is the basic of our octal number system. We have numbers or digits from 0 to 7. Okay, this method is correct. Okay, now what if this was from binary to octal? What if we have to go the other way around? That is, we want to go from octal to binary. We are given, say, 265 in octal. We want to convert to binary. So again, 2 approaches. From octal, either you go to the decimal and then to the binary, or we will also go from directly to here. So approach 1 is actually similar what we have done, so I will not deal it again over here. What we will do, the second approach. Here we will represent each and every digit by its 3-digit binary representation. So 5 if we represent in binary, it will come out to be 101. 6 will come out to be 110, and this will come out to be 010. So the binary representation comes out to be 010, 110, 101. So this is a 0 ahead, so we can omit it over here, and what we left with, okay. So this is how we deal with binary and octal number systems. Clear? So now moving on further, we talk about hexadecimal number system. In case of a hexadecimal number system, we have the base as 16 and symbols from 0, 1, 2. Okay, so now this is another interesting fact we'll come to. Now if say suppose we reach to 9, what about 10? If say suppose in our information, if we write it 10 or 10, so if we send in our information 10, the system cannot differentiate, okay, whether it is 10 or it is 10, because 0 and 1 are also valid symbols. So after 9 we have A, B, C, D, E and F corresponding to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Again base is 16, so we have to represent from 0 to 15. Clear? So again, given any information, we are talking about again decimal to hexadecimal. So given any number, say 399, we want to convert to hexadecimal. So same approach, divide by 16, accumulate the product, and we'll see the remainder. So I'll quickly divide and write the answer. So 16 5s are 80, 16 4s are 64. Okay, so we are left with remainder as, that is 79 minus 6, 15. Okay, then 16 1s are 16 and 8 is the remainder. Okay, so we are left with 1, 8 and F. So it goes from here to here. Okay. Now again other way around, if we have to come from hexadecimal to decimal, we will come like the same way. This is 1 into 16 square plus 8 into 16 plus F into 16 power 0. You can check, it will come out to be the same. Okay, So we talk about the concept of now binary to hexadecimal. So in, say for example, we were given like say number 399, we want to convert to binary. So again, binary to hexadecimal. Yeah, we are going that way. No, first of all I write its binary number. Okay, so 399, if we write down its binary, so highest power of 2 less than this is 256. Okay, this is 2 to the power 8. Plus, so when you subtract, you are left with 1, 4, 3. So this is 256 plus 128. You're left with 15. 15 is 16 minus 1. So 8 plus 4 plus okay, so this is 2 to the power 0, 1, square, cube, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now I want to write down its hexadecimal. So this is the binary number given to me and I want to write down its hexadecimal. So in case of octal, we starting from LSB we made groups of 3. Now we will be making groups of 4. Okay, so again 1 is left, so we pad 4 zeros. Okay, and this is what? This is 15, this is 8, this is 1. So in hexadecimal you can check, this 15 is represented by F. This is what we had got the last time. Okay.